sharing our stories connects us. Listen and be connected. Join us for the conversation meeting weekly at the intersection of community and culture. Hosted by Mario Nunez and Joe King Carter. And Joe King Carter. This is the time of day when I say, hi, everybody. Welcome to this WMNF 88.5, your community radio station, that little radio station that could and continues to do so. I'm your host, Mario Nunez. As always, I'm seated alongside my broadcast partner, Joe King Carter, who's stealing my notes. I can't afford to have him steal my notes. I must have my cheat sheet. Joey, tell everybody how you're doing this week.
I am stunning. How are you?
Joey, you always say stunning, and, people just don't understand what that means. And neither do I, Joey, so help us out. What does stunning mean?
Your entire reality exists in your head. Control your reality, and you control your head, and you control the reality.
I love that.
So guess what? I'm stunning.
Joey, you are stunning.
But if you remember,
go ahead.
On last week's episode
of
Petticoat Junction, Uncle Joe broke his arm.
And there's Uncle Joe. He's moving kind of slow at the junction.
And now he's moving really slow.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and let everybody know.
So I'm stunning with a slow movement.
We'll let everybody know a little secret. Joey's been nursing a fractured, I don't know if it was the ulna or the radius. They didn't tell us specifically.
It was the head of the radius.
Head of the radius. Like head of the class, but
yes.
In this case, head of the radius.
Yeah.
Joe had a little slip and fall.
Yeah.
But he's on the mend, and he's in good voice. Right, Joe?
I think so. Thank you, sir.
Well, Joey, I got to believe that...
I'm ready and excited.
I am, too. We're going to have a great show today. The energy is good in the building. I'm looking at our guest, and I feel so bad because the headphones that she's wearing are just not working for her today. But I'm going to step over there in a second and find the
we'll fix it.
Alternate pair of headphones.
We'll fix it.
We can't have you go like that the whole show, man.
No.
I'm fine.
But so in catching up, real quick, for everybody that's just tuning in, this is The Conversation. We are here every Wednesday. We take you through your midday hump hour on Wednesday so that after this show, here's what you know. We are racing towards the weekend because this is the pinnacle of the peak of the midweek. And after this show, it's all downhill. But we also have to consider that we're in the middle of a World Cup, y'all. Hey, Joey, World Cup football.
The World Cup.
Yeah, the World Cup.
Yeah.
La Mundial. La Copa Mundial, as they would say in certain neighborhoods.
It's not the Martian Cup or the Venetian Cup. It is Earth's World Cup.
I love that. And the USA is playing this evening, so everybody positive vibes. Positive vibes. It's been a topsy-turvy knockout round so far. Some of the bigger teams, Germany and the Netherlands, comes to mind. They have been eliminated already by lesser foes. We get to penalty kicks. I know this is shop talk, but last week, who did we have on the show with us?
Well, we had two world-famous rowdies.
That's right. Eddie Austin and
Farouk.
Help me. Yeah, Farouk
Qureshi.
So we are in full soccer mode, soccer. And we'll talk to our guest today and see if maybe she has a little story to tell about football or soccer as we know it in this country. And Joey, this would be a great time to tack on over there and talk to our guest. Why don't you do the introduction?
Absolutely. So I'm so excited. We have with us today Madeline Robinson. And Madeline is the director of Wheelchairs for Kids. Am I correct, Madeline?
You got it right. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. So what we're going to do first, because we always do this, is we're going to talk about you a little bit. We're going to talk about you a little bit before we get to the reason you are here. And what I am doing currently is stretching because
you don't have to say that, Joe.
Mario is changing her headphones out. There we go.
Don't know that, Joey. What I'm doing here is changing my underwear. People don't know that.
I'm an intimate revealer. I say tell the truth. That's what my mama said.
Oh, my, Joey.
So,
okay, we're back. She's got a proper
Are we doing
headphones.
okay,
yeah,
Madeline?
I'm doing fine. Thank you so
She's
much.
got
This is much better.
So what
headphones.
we do is before we get to maybe the reasons that you might have wanted to be here, is we're going to talk a little bit about you as a person and your narrative and where you came from. So where did you grow up?
Oh, gosh. I grew up in Montreal, Canada.
Montreal, Canada.
Montreal.
A little
Montreal.
closer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Montreal.
And so I love Canadians. I was raised by a Canadian.
We love Canadians.
We love Canadians. So Montreal, really?
Montreal.
Family, siblings?
French Canadian.
Yep. I've got a brother and a sister. My brother lives in Australia. My sister lives in Florida.
How cool.
Wow. World travelers. And
Aussie, as they say.
And
Oi, oi, oi.
what part of Montreal? Were you in the city or were you out in the burbs? Or
I was
how
out in the suburbs. I was about 20 miles south of Montreal.
Oh, cool. Very good.
A little town called Beloy.
Beloy?
Beloy.
Beloy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Beautiful
Just ask Madeline to pronounce out and about. Go ahead.
Out
ask
and
her.
about.
Oh, I had a sixth grade teacher in our core group of teachers in sixth grade, Joey.
Yes.
And you know, when you don't have the experience of travel and you don't know what's going on,
yes,
it's comical, it's funny, it's cute when your teacher tells to you, oot and a boot. We're going oot and a boot today. I don't know what are you saying that for like that? And then little by little, he shared with us his Canadian roots. We love our Canadians.
Yeah.
I don't even hear myself when I say out and about.
No, it's washed out a little bit,
Okay,
Madeline.
good,
It has. I laid it on thick there with the oot and a boot. But anyway.
And what was that? What was the town again?
What was that like?
Beloy.
Beloy. What was Beloy like growing up?
It was just a small town on the river. It was beautiful. We actually lived on the river road, so we had a river and we had a beautiful mountain across the way.
So a lot of pretty things to look at while you were growing up.
Yes.
Whilst you were growing up.
Picturesque. And then you're growing up in this community, and in school, what kind of a little girl was Madeline?
Yeah.
Troublemaker.
Capricious.
Let's talk about the troublemaker. I like
Always
that.
laughing and having fun.
Yeah.
I enjoyed school. I had great friends, great teachers.
Oh, cool.
Great teachers. And we were all really community involved. My mother was the organist for the children's choir at church. And she encouraged us to get involved in giving back. So I've been doing that my entire life.
Wow,
that's wonderful.
Very good. And then in high school, let's move up into high school. You become what? Are you a socialite?
You
Are you a
zipped right on
popular
past
kid?
junior high, Joey.
Well, junior high school.
Or when she learned to ride a bike or ice skate, or did she have a snowmobile? Come on.
I did have a snowmobile.
Yeah,
Well, of course you did.
And I had a mean brother who used to tie me to a toboggan.
Wait a minute.
Attach it to the snowmobile and go over jumps.
Has the statute of limitations expired on any of that? Madeline, that sounds kind of rough.
Yeah.
We were rough.
Yeah.
I was always in a tree.
Oh,
Always
really?
outside.
Nice.
Always outside.
I see. And so, and what were you like in junior high and high? What was What was happening?
Still making friends, still having fun.
just
Were you
having fun.
Were you a shy kid or a popular kid?
Did you write for the
There's
newspaper?
kind of the two categories we have.
True that.
I wasn't shy.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't put myself in like the popular kids. You know?
I see. You got by.
I got by.
Socially.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then what happens as you begin to graduate and start thinking about your future?
Well, I graduated. I actually went to school for computers and kind of just dropped that on the side. Then I wanted to be a physical therapist, but I ended up being a travel agent. I moved down to Florida when I was 21.
Wow.
And went to travel agent school. I was a travel agent for 18 years.
Is this alone you moved down?
No, my parents retired down here.
Okay.
And when you live in northern Canada and
You've had enough.
have a chance to come to Florida,
It's
You
done.
go.
Yeah, you go. Right. And do you ever? And I'm curious because as a native Floridian, I look at living in the snow as horrific. I mean, I can't say it any other way. But
we don't know any different, Joey.
But we don't know any. I understand that. But I'm just saying. I'm giving you my personal feeling.
We should be kind.
I see it as horrific.
I love snow 1 week a year.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. So everybody who, when I say that to people, they all agree with me that it's horrific, and they're okay with that. So let me ask you this: what do you ever miss that? No. No, not at all.
She had enough.
Yeah,
I've been here for 47 years. So
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And so now we are in Florida with our parents, and what happens next?
I become a travel agent. I'm a travel agent for 18 years.
How'd that work out for you?
I loved it.
Did you take advantage of the perks and the privileges? Where'd you go?
Absolutely.
I'm curious. As a former flight attendant, I'm curious.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've been to 47 countries, 52 cruises. So, yeah.
Wow.
She took full advantage, y'all.
Absolutely. I was actually a tour guide for a while, so I would take people around Europe and pretend I knew what I was doing.
With the little flag and everything?
Oh, yeah, I had a flag,
nice,
yeah.
nice. We love that flag.
That's nice. And of those travels, give us some high points. Top 2 or 3 favorite countries to visit.
Good question.
See, I hate that question.
It's like
Why?
asking which of your
Because
favorite
it's-
children.
Because they were all great.
They were all
spectacular.
great. They all had
Something to offer.
their
Yeah.
you know, I would say if I had to name my favorite trip of all time, it would be South Africa and seeing all the animals. I love animals.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd say South Africa is one of my favorites. Australia was beautiful, and the Alpine countries.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
All
That's
right.
a nice mix.
That makes sense. And in Australia, everything's trying to kill you. I understand. I mean, it's a lot of.
Joey has a thing with scorpions and spiders and snakes and vipers. and
We have that here too.
Of course.
Yeah.
Remind him of that, Madeline.
We have
Did you go out?
Thank you.
Did you go out into the countryside in Australia?
Yeah, we went out to Ayers Rock.
Walkabout? Did you walk about?
Oh.
We did walkabout. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Joey,
There you go.
I didn't know you spoke Australian.
Oh, yes, I know it a little bit. So, okay, so now.
Ask her, Joey. Ask her. Did you
Ask-
sample the Vegemite sandwich?
I did not.
Because it's
And
pretty awful from what I
that's
understand.
what I've heard, and I did not.
Yeah, it's kind of like I've had it. It's
Not good.
It's like some kind of weird wheat paste on bread. I mean, it's just not. Peanut butter is 1,000 times better.
I would imagine. I would
Yeah,
imagine.
yeah,
I've heard
it's-
really bad things, and like.
But
it's-
again, if you don't know any different and it's traditional and it's what you eat all the time, you get used to the smell and the taste.
And I
what
think
they
it's
brought
Moving on, Joey.
It's probably a high source of protein and all that stuff. Yeah. Okay.
Who would come up with something like that if it wasn't at least good for you, if
That's
if
right.
not palatable?
That's right. Vegemite sandwich. Men at work.
Thank
so,
you, Joey. That's where I was going.
There you go.
That's where I was going.
So,
I always thought they were saying a bit of my sandwich,
a bit of my sandwich.
and then I
Yes.
realized, oh no, it's Vegemite.
A Vegemite sandwich is very good. So, so in those years as a travel agent, what about experiences being a travel agent and not just traveling? Is there a moment in there where you had something unusual happen or interesting, or maybe not?
Meet any celebrities?
Oh.
Did you book any trips for any groups? You know what I mean? That were like particularly
Yeah.
on your memorable ones.
For traveling, I had really great people that would travel with me. I used to do group travel and take them across, Europe or wherever we were going. And I had a few that would only travel with me.
Nice.
And it was like a family. I enjoyed taking the groups out. I just thought it was always great. I had a couple of ugly Americans, shall we say, but for the most part, they were great groups to travel with.
Well behaved and had fun.
Yep.
That's good, Joey. You're a tour guide, Joey.
There you go.
You know what that's like being a tour guide.
I do tours in Ybor City,
Ybor City?
but it's a lot more obviously focused and limited on the history of Ybor and Ybor City. But I get that you can. It's a fun way to meet people. I almost never have had anybody on my tour that I didn't like as a person.
I agree. Absolutely. 100%.
It's interesting, isn't it? Yeah.
I think people who are traveling are looking for good experiences, and they're in a good mood. They're on vacation.
That's
Here,
it.
here.
Yeah, and in some weird way. Maybe bad people don't take tours. I don't know. I'm not sure
with
what it
me.
is, but
Unhappy people, not bad people, Joey.
not bad people. But
There might be some bad people that are
evil.
happy in your
Oh,
tours.
those evil people don't
they
take
just
tours.
might not want to do the tour.
Yeah. So, and so now, why do we come to the end of being a tour guide? What happens there, and a travel agent?
Well, are you familiar with JCs from back in the day?
Yes,
Yeah, of course.
All right.
indeed.
I was a JC, and I always liked the community service and that type of thing. And so I was recruiting, and I was going into businesses and asking people if they wanted to have their employees sign up as JCs. And I walked into a charity, and they offered me a job, and they just thought I had a great personality. I didn't even apply. And so I went home and I asked my husband, "What do you think about me cutting my salary in half?"
That's a hard way to start a
And he
conversation.
said,
To do what I really want to do. I had the best husband. He was amazing. He believed in me 100%, and whatever I believed in or I wanted to do, he was 100% behind me.
"Oh wow, that's
Yeah,
great."
I was
That's
very, very
great.
fortunate. He was the best.
So, before we talk about the JCs, we did not talk about your marriage. When did you get married?
I got married in 1983. We were married for 41 years, and he passed away 2 years ago.
He just celebrated a birthday yesterday.
Yes,
we,
he did.
We saw that
Yes.
I saw that on social media.
Yep. He was a great man.
Eugene, correct?
No,
Did I-
Lonnie.
Oh, Lonnie. Okay, I'm sorry, Lonnie.
He let me get away with anything I wanted to do. So, yeah, he was.
That sounds like love to me.
It was.
Now, where was Lonnie
It
from?
is.
Where was Lonnie from?
Ohio.
Okay.
Or as he would say, Ohio.
Uh-huh.
Ohio.
Yeah. Okay, that's all right, Lonnie.
But-
So he supported everything you wanted to do, including being employed by the JCs at half
At
the
half the
income.
salary, have to go
No,
and
no, no. JC's is the organization I joined. It was community leadership through community involvement.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's how I learned everything to do well in nonprofit.
That was the shift, right? You had to go through that
JC's were my college.
apprentice. Yeah, there you go. Your
gotcha.
apprenticeship.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting now. If we can back up a little bit, when you were being a travel agent and a tour guide, really what that is service. You're providing a service, right? I mean, that's what it is. You're not selling. You're not selling hammers. You're
I'm
providing a
selling.
service. Well, you're selling, but you're still
Yes.
providing a service.
Yes.
And that service must be satisfactory and must work. And so it seems to me that people that are in the service industry, as was Mario, are people that can very easily slide over into helping other people.
In other-
and that's
right.
what most nonprofits are doing. What would you think of that?
I've never thought of it that way, but sure.
That's
I'll go
that's
along
how
with
I
that.
see it. Yeah, I see it a lot.
You know, some people are go-getters, Joey.
Right.
People like us, and I put you in this category as well. We're go-givers. We're go-givers,
Go-givers.
right?
That's
so
good.
that's what we do. We're just constantly looking for opportunities to help others and give of our time, if not our money and our service. And that's one thing that, even though we were traveling as flight attendants, we were serving quite literally and figuratively, right? So, serving meals, serving beverages,
Right.
serving safety, serving first aid. We were serving.
Correct.
So I think people that gravitate towards nonprofits, they have that in their hearts, and it works for them.
Yeah, it's a different sensibility that apparently comes to some and not to others, and that's okay, right? I mean, it's sort of like in our system, which is it creates a situation where you must chase a dollar to survive.
Yeah. So either you're a capitalist and you want to maximize that,
But if you're
or you're an
someone
empath and you want to.
if you're someone who wants to work and help others, the dollar is always present, but it's not
not the priority.
important. That's the way I see
Yeah.
it. Yeah. So
There's other ways to get paid.
So this organization then had a name that was
So
the name you
I was-
just quoted?
No, so I was in the JCs, right?
Yeah.
And I was recruiting members for the JCs, which was it's a volunteer organization.
Right.
And they offered me a job, and so I became a wish granter, and did that for 12 years.
A wish granter.
So that's kids with life-threatening illnesses. They
Make a
wanna
Wish
have-
Foundation.
Very similar.
Similar to that.
So basically, what you would do is whatever their wish was, whether it was meeting a celebrity, going on a trip, whatever it might be, our job was to make that wish come
Facilitate
true.
that.
It's all about memories,
Oh,
and that's the way it should
so
be.
marvelous.
Of course.
But we would get requests for wheelchairs, we'd get requests for home modifications,
Sure.
and we couldn't do that because that's not their mission. Their mission is memories. So
Interesting.
I used to complain about it all the time, and one day my husband just said, you're complaining about this all the time. Quit your job and
Pursue that mission.
pursue it. So
Grant the wishes you want to grant.
right,
That's great.
Which is fabulous, really.
right. So it's,
Yeah.
it's granting their needs. So
Right.
basically, what we ended up doing was I ended up moving into the spare bedroom and started Wheelchairs for Kids.
Really? And what year was that?
That was 2011.
Wow. Wow.
Yep, we're 15 years old.
Wow.
Congratulations.
I know.
And I've worked in this field some myself, and I worked with adults with disabilities. The process of coming by adaptive equipment and wheelchairs is an interesting process, isn't it? I mean, it's not always what people think it is, I think. And some people have Medicare or Medicaid, I should say, most likely. But your organization is fulfilling a need. Why was that need there, or was there anyone else trying to fulfill that at the time?
There's not a lot of organizations that do what we do. And we have several programs. It's not just the equipment and so forth. So our first program is called Let's Roll. And that's all
Let's
about...
roll.
Let's roll.
Where did we hear that phrase before? Came to us via 9/11.
Yes,
That's
it
right.
did.
Yes,
and
it
that's
did.
it always stuck with me. And I thought that I wanted to kind of honor
Gets
it.
your attention, absolutely.
And I always thought that was a really touching story about Flight 93 and all.
100%.
And so I kept with that. And so Let's Roll is all about mobility and accessibility. So through that program, we provide wheelchairs, home modifications, vehicle modifications, and other equipment. And there's never a charge to the families for any of the things that we do.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Can we ring a bell for that, Joey?
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Talk a little bit about what happens to people when they are in need of those kinds of equipments and it's not available
Yeah.
to them.
Well, what a lot of people don't realize, first of all, they don't realize the cost of a wheelchair.
Correct.
People think a wheelchair is $150 and it's what you see in the emergency room at a hospital.
Right.
That's not the case. Our kids they get custom chairs. You know, they may need a headrest, they may need laterals to help them sit straight, abductors and tilt, all kinds of different things on their wheelchair. You know, the average cost of a wheelchair that we provide, a manual chair, is about $6,000. Our average cost, that's the average value. Our average cost is about $2,500 because we have really good relationships with the manufacturers and distributors and so forth. So, yeah, it's much more expensive than you think.
These are high-tech wheelchairs. These are not just the wheelchairs, as you suggest, the ones that are at the hospital.
Right.
These do a lot more for the child. And in most cases, they are children that you're working with. Is that correct?
It is children, up to the age of 21.
Okay. So young adults as well.
Yeah.
And do you interact with any others? Do you interact with systems like Medicaid?
We don't interact with Medicaid. They must have been denied by Medicaid or their insurance. So, and Medicaid and insurance generally will deny a child a new chair. It's a 5-year wait period. So if you get a chair when you're 8 years old, you're expected to be in it when you're 13.
Wow.
Well, children grow.
Yeah.
And the chair doesn't fit them anymore.
Right.
So that becomes an issue. Or their situation has changed. You know, if they've had a diagnosis that's progressive, they can start off with a simple chair. But, you know, I'm thinking of some of the muscular dystrophies, for instance.
Yes.
And they're progressive. So as they get a little bit older, their needs change. Their chair needs changed. But we don't just do chairs. We also do home modifications. So we will take, we'll put in ramps, widen doors, and we'll even do a bathroom modification to a point. So we're not going to remodel your whole bathroom, but we will take out your
Grab bars.
bathtub. We'll take out the bathtub, put in a roll-in shower.
Right. Yes. Excellent. By the way, for those listening, you caught that 5 years, right? 5 years, right? Let me just say that when I worked as the art director for a nonprofit that helped people with adults with disabilities, the Medicaid system, there is a waiting list. Let this soak in, ladies and gentlemen. There is a waiting list for people to get onto providing monies and service, in which they are basically assigned what's called a waiver support coordinator. There is a waiting list for those people to get on, and there is a waiting list to get on the waiting list. And there are people that are on these waiting lists for years. And it's a sobering reality to understand that our society spends so much money on so many crazy things, and some of it is warfare. And then we have this kind of situation where real people in real need are not getting what they should have. It will put a tear in your eye. There's no doubt about it.
And bless the guardian angels that step into the breach and organizations like Wheelchairs for Kids.
Absolutely.
That are plugging those gaps, those essential gaps. That if they don't get plugged by organizations like this, it doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen. We're going to take a quick break here for a station ID. When we come back on the other side, we'll reintroduce our guests, and then we'll get to the meat and the potatoes.
Hi, I'm Farouk Qureshi.
And I'm Eddie Austin, and you're listening to The Conversation
with Mario Nunes and Joe King Carter
on WMNF 88.5 FM Tampa.
There's our dear friends.
Oh, those two guys.
Huh?
They were sweethearts.
They've got an event coming up that we should probably mention. Do you recall the date on that, Joey? Because I don't have it written down.
Oh, I think it's August.
We will find it. We will find it before we get off the air.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, these two former rowdies,
Tampa Bay Rowdies,
are plugging for an event for you to support. And if you can support, please do show up, buy a ticket. It's going to be occurring at
That escapes me as well.
No, it's
Is
going to be
the-
occurring at the Catholic.
Oh no! Forgive me. I know exactly where it's going to be occurring. It's at Higgins Hall.
Higgins Hall,
right,
thank you.
At St. Lawrence Catholic Church,
St.
right
Lawrence
there on
Catholic
Hines,
Church.
just north of Jesuit High School.
Absolutely. And
it's the first of what will become an annual event. It's a Hall of Fame that they're creating to honor those that have helped for the last 50 years. If you can imagine, it's been 50 years since the Rowdies initiated their first season.
Wow.
To honor those that have helped promote soccer in this area, youth football, and those that came out of the programs that have,
Yes.
ascended to those heights. It's a Hall of Fame, y'all.
Yeah.
So everything incorporated that encompasses a Hall of Fame, Farouk and Eddie are starting it, and it's about time, and we're grateful to help
absolutely.
them.
And so they will be inducting folks that you know from the Rowdies.
Yep.
That will give you an opportunity to interact with the Rowdies
There
if you
we
would
go.
like to do that. And I think for some of you that would be exciting, I would assume. And then it's going to. They're also going to be inducting people in the community that have worked hard to bring soccer to the community, as Mario said. And if this is a great event, and we will give you the date. I believe it's August 17th or 19th. I don't remember right now, but we will grab that before the end.
We'll
Yes.
find it.
I'll grab it here.
And please do, Joey. And let me just say, as I ring another bell for the two fellas that graced our studio last week, they're a real kick in the grass. You know that?
And yeah,
You knew I had to get that in there,
I
Joey.
knew. And they were, and let me also say they were sweethearts. They had a great energy about them, and they were just such nice
Best
guys.
friends for 50 years? Come on.
Yes, they have a friendship that's 50 years old.
Yeah,
It's
since
amazing.
they got drafted into the league together. So there you go, everybody. Eddie Austin and Farouk Qureshi. Now, if
Absolutely.
you're listening to us and you're just joining us, where have you been? Because we've been here for 30 minutes. But we're certainly grateful that you're here with us today. This is, again, The Conversation. I'm Mario Nunez. The other voice you heard in the studio is Joe King Carter. Today we're talking with Miss Madeline Robinson. She is the executive director of wheelchairs, plural, wheelchairs.
They don't all share.
That's right. The numeral 4, and then kids, KIDS. So if you want to look up their website, it's wheelchairs, numeral 4, kids.org, because we are a nonprofit 501c3, and she's telling us all about the good work that they're doing there. And then there's an event that they have coming up pretty soon that we're gonna sprinkle into the conversation. If
Yes.
you'd like to join us, you have something that you might like to add, or you have a question, please call us 813-239-9663. Again, that's 813-239-9663. You can send us a text, 813-433-0885, if you're too shy to talk to us. And if you want to send us an email, they're welcomed as well. And you can send that to, DJ@WMNF.org. Our operators are standing by.
Our operators, yeah. Let's put Gabrielle to work.
Come
back
on,
there.
Gabrielle gets it. You know,
She's
we
on
thank
the
her-
phones.
Listen, we thank her every week for her tireless efforts, and she
Yeah.
answers one call.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah, come on.
Let's flood the phone lines right about now.
Yeah, let's make her work. So, let me ask you a little bit about how the individuals. Do these individuals have? Do you have a category? Do you call them clients? Do you just call them people you serve? Is there a name for them? Or are they just kids that need
Kids.
help? Kids.
Actually,
Okay.
I'm sorry. We call them Wheel Kids.
Wheel
I like
kids.
that.
They belong to the Wheel Kid Club.
That's
Very
awesome.
nice.
Now you're already hitting on something I wanted to mention. Is number one, I want to ask you how these wheel kids come to you. In other words, how do you discover them? How do you find them? But number two, I noticed that in perusing through all of your media contact information, that your organization, you treat this with a lot of sort of casual humor and fun. It doesn't feel like a institutional
I think it's a direct reflection on their executive director. If you want to know the truth,
that's what I think.
That's
too.
what I think. She's bleeding all over this thing.
But let me ask you what you think of all that and how and why that is so.
Well, we try to address not just the needs with equipment and home modification and that kind of things. We have other programs as well, and one of those is our Wheelie Fun Days.
Come on.
We use the word wheelie a lot.
Wheelie?
It's a
Wheelie?
wheelie. It's a wheelie good time.
There
it's
you
a
go.
Wheelie Fun Day.
Yeah.
But that's the second program that we have, and
I
that's
love
all
it.
about having fun, inclusion, socialization, and showing kids that they can do so much more than they ever thought possible. We take our kids water skiing using adaptive equipment.
Wow.
They go zip lining. We're going to camp in 6 weeks. And everything at that camp is wheelchair accessible, including the zip line, the rock climbing wall, a high ropes course,
Wow.
you just have to do things a little bit differently.
Sure.
But
Safety first.
Safety
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely, safety first.
Yeah.
But we go to Bucks training camp. We play sled hockey with the Lightning organization. We go to Lightning games, courtesy of number 93, Gage Gonzalez. And last year was actually a little bit too much. We had 23 Wheelie Fun Day events.
Wow.
Because everything we think of, we're like, yeah, let's do that. And it can be a little bit overwhelming, but we're taking them to iFly to do indoor skydiving in a few weeks.
Amazing.
So, yeah, they're always out there
Madeline,
doing something.
how old is Mr. Gonzalez? He's a young guy himself, no?
I
Doesn't
think
he?
he's 25.
Okay, he's one of the younger,
Yes.
the younger, Lightning members, right? He's one of the Bolts,
Yes.
and quite an exciting young man to watch play.
Yes,
I mean
he's
got a
amazing.
high skill level, is
Yep.
what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Yep, he's an up-and-comer for sure.
And anybody, full disclosure, growing up here in Florida, full disclosure, anybody that can stand up on skates, just stand up on skates, it gets my attention.
Oh, absolutely.
But these guys skate at an incredibly proficient and high level, and I think that's what makes them so exciting to watch. The game is so fast.
Yes.
But kudos to him
I'm
for
Canadian.
Oh, I know. I'm preaching to the choir. I'm preaching to the choir.
But you grew up with it on ice.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Or on the frozen pond out back.
Yeah. right.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah.
The river out front.
Do you have, because of our last a moment with the Rowdies, do you have wheelie soccer? Do you play wheelie soccer?
No, we haven't done that.
Well, you know what? I have a suggestion.
We've
I know a
done-
couple of
we've
guys.
Wheelie basketball?
Hey, I know a couple of guys who might help with wheelie soccer. What do you think?
I would put them to it.
I would.
Yes.
Yeah,
maybe
we're-
we can
we're-
marry them. Maybe the two organizations can come together.
We need to have a little conversation there. Yeah, with some ex-Rowdy members and your organization. I wouldn't surprise me because both of the guests we had last week, Farouk and Ed, are big community guys doing all kinds of stuff. So,
Let's
yes.
get to that fun.
So how do
we get those kids those wheelie chairs?
Well, before we get there, how do you find these people? How do they come to you?
Most of them come through physical therapists, do referrals. Yeah. We work with a lot of advocacy groups, that type of thing, organizations that are working with children who are in wheelchairs and that kind of thing. And then they refer children to us. And it actually is some, word of mouth, family to family. These families are all in group chats and that type of thing. So if you're working with a child who has spina bifida and you're in some sort of group chat or Facebook, group or whatever,
Yes.
they spread the word that way as well.
Yes, this is where social media has a payoff.
Yeah.
Where it with all of the
There's no
all
shortage.
of the heat that social media takes, this is where it brings community together.
There's no shortage of children, trust me.
Yeah, and a physical therapist might be in contact with a child and say, "I see a situation here," and then they contact you.
Correct.
Wow,
Yeah.
most interesting. So, yes, do we want to talk about? We have a caller.
Yeah, we got a couple of callers, and I think we hit a nerve when we asked them to put our phone gathering team
There we
together
go.
to work. Put them to work. So let's go to those calls now. We'll come right back, and we'll do a deeper dive into our event that's forthcoming. This is Karen calling from Tampa. Karen, you're on the air. Hi, Karen.
No, this is David, actually.
Okay, hi, David. Karen must be the other caller. We got.
I
him
know this David
inverted.
immediately. I know who this David is.
We know, but we're not going to.
Yeah.
Don't give it away, Joey. Don't give it away. Make him introduce himself.
Yeah.
Hello, David. Is this a first-time caller for you?
No, I've actually been a guest on the show. I'm David, Mr. White Pepper.
White Pepper.
Mr. White Pep.
Hey, Pep. What say you?
I'm doing great, and great show today.
Thank you.
And what Madeline said about working in nonprofits and kind of taking the poor man's route, I can relate to that because I got my MBA, from University of Florida, and back in 2001, or no, I'm sorry, 2001. Jeez, I'm dating myself here. But yeah, I just find nonprofit work is so rewarding, and I've been doing nonprofit fundraising, 25 years now. So, but it really is. I feel like it's somewhat of an AI-proof job. Fundraising is, at least, because
Knock on wood, Dave. Knock on wood.
yeah, because it still requires people and people asking other people for money and for good causes, of course. So I was
Yeah,
curious
let's
if
see
Madeline
AI
could
do
talk
that. Huh, Dave? Let's see AI do that. We see you, AI. We know you can't ask for money like we can.
We got our eye on you. Yeah.
Ooh, Joey. Is that E-I-E-Y-E, or is that just, I, letter I? David, we so appreciate your call, man. And
Did you have a question for Madeline,
Yeah,
David, or
did
do you
you?
just want to make that comment?
No, just that comment. I was curious about Madeline's take on fundraising and nonprofit work being somewhat AI-proof, too.
Well, to me, fundraising is about relationships. It's people to people, that type of thing. AI, is there a place for it? Possibly. The way I look at it is it should not take over your life. It should not take over your job, but you can use it as a tool.
Sure. That makes sense.
Maybe AI can give us the
But
follow-up that so many
you
of us...
cannot replace people.
That's here.
There you go.
And so with that said, Senor David, we can't replace you either, my brother. So thank you so much for always being there for us. We so appreciate you calling in. We know you're listening, and we're trying to do our best just so you don't give us grief about it, okay?
Thank you.
Good hearing from you, White Pep.
Thank you, buddy.
Actually, just
Thanks.
adding to that a little bit.
Yes.
I am a big proponent of get on the phone. I want to hear your tone of voice. I'm not a fan of I'm going to text you and I'm going to, email you. Yes, absolutely, you're going to do that. But it's really important to hear tone of voice and to have that connection.
Sincerity.
And you can't do that if you're just doing it using.
Absolutely.
There you
Absolutely.
go. There you go. Spoken like somebody with experience. Thanks, Pep. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
So yeah, it's almost they say this about network marketing. They say this about politics. It's belly to belly and eyeball to eyeball. You got to get in there and you got to see the people you're talking to.
Yep.
And I said it before, Joe. It still rings true. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And the only way you can show them that you care is by talking to them. And in some cases, maybe even pressing the flesh.
Yep,
being in
absolutely.
proximity.
Yep.
Well,
Technology has a place.
Yes. It's a tool. It's like you said.
It's a tool.
Yeah, it's just a tool to be used. So let's go to our next caller. And I don't know, because I called Karen David, and this is probably David, which I'm going to call Karen, or is this Karen? Caller, are you there?
Hello,
Hi, caller. You're on the air. This is The Conversation, and with whom are we speaking?
with Karen Clay.
There you go. So we had a little bit backwards. Hi, Karen. Thanks for holding on.
No problem. Madeline, I'm so amazed that this program exists and saddened that I didn't know about it sooner. So
Well, I'm glad you know about us now.
Definitely share it among, all of the contacts that I have. But my question to you is, because you work directly with these manufacturers, are you able to expedite the process? Because that's one of the things that most wheelchair users complain about. It just takes forever. And then what about any repairs? Is that also part of this program?
We have done some repairs. Not that many, to be honest with you, but yes, we can make modifications to a chair. If they need some repairs and that type of thing. But most of our kids they're getting new chairs. Most of their stuff is either worn out or it doesn't fit them, that type of thing. And you had another question in that.
Well, the
Repairs?
process.
The length of the process.
The length of the process,
Yeah,
yes.
made.
I know exactly what you're talking about. In general, people out there, when they're getting new chairs and that type of thing, are often we're waiting months from the time they order it to the time they get it. Our goal at Wheelchairs for Kids is 6 to 8 weeks. And in most cases, we can make that work. I will say, I'm not going to mention any names, but there are a couple of manufacturers that still don't meet what we would like them to meet. And that can be frustrating. We have had kids wait 3 months. We actually just had one, and I was not happy with it, wait 6 months. And that...
It's a long time.
It's ridiculous.
a long
There's no
time.
reason for that. They have the frames. All they're doing, I don't understand it, but that's not how you should run your business.
So is that when the executive director gets on the horn and says, "Listen, I need to talk to the boss.
You don't want me to do that.
This is boss to boss."
But yes, I know exactly what Karen's talking about for sure. And I'm assuming that's what you mean, correct?
Yes, because it does take forever. Now, if a family already has insurance, but say will only cover part of it, is that still something that you utilize, or is this 100% paid for by the organization?
If the family has insurance, and I'll use an example. Let's say they need a power chair, and it's really involved, a ProMobil power chair or something like that. And all they need added to it is the elevation. We'll pay for the elevation. If it is a something where the insurance is going to pay so much, but there's a deductible of whatever it might be, $3,000, $4,000, then we will pay the deductible.
Oh,
So if the family gets approval by the insurance, which, that can not necessarily be the case all the time, but if they do get approval by insurance, but their deductible is too high, then we'll take care of the deductible.
That's amazing.
it's usually denied.
Yes.
So, and that's what becomes so frustrating for the family, and you can imagine for the child who just wants the mobility that they need to have that level of independence and that that freedom. I remember the first time my son was in a power chair, and it was the first time ever I had to say, "Where's Mike?"
He wasn't in sight anymore, Karen.
Right, and that kind of feeling is just irreplaceable. So,
Yeah.
just thank you from the bottom of my heart for what you do.
Well, thank you. That means so much. It really does.
Thank you, Karen, for your call and for always being connected to our community. We love you, and we appreciate you being there listening to us today. Thank you so much.
You bet. Thanks, Mario. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. That's Karen Clay, everybody. So that was a great call.
Yeah.
So we're talking about money. We're talking about helping people bridge gaps where fiduciary needs are required. Let's talk about a vehicle. Let's talk about how we do that. How does Wheelchair for Kids raise money?
Well, there's a number of ways. We have a few events every year. A lot of it is grants, so we're happy with that. But we do have a few events each year. We have a celebrity golf tournament. We have our Wheelie Good Time. And coming up, which Mario is in, we have our jail and bail.
Whoopsie!
Yep, we're going to arrest Mario.
Oh, no. Am I going to go in handcuffs?
All I
Yes,
can
you
say is
are.
it's about time.
But yeah,
Joey, be nice.
Let's get that scoundrel behind bars.
Be
Come
nice. Tell us about it.
It's a really fun event. It's very fast-paced, and we arrest local celebrities like yourself. We arrest local business people for silly crimes. And, it could be something like, loitering around the water cooler or stealing people's lunches, that type of thing. And we arrest them. They have 3 weeks to raise their bail. And their bail is raised is generally between $3,000 and $10,000, depending on the felon and what they want to set up. But they have to call all their friends, their associates, their radio listeners, and help bail them out. And they each have their own webpage that has their wanted poster on it, their crime, and you can just go to that page, hit the donate button, and donate whatever you want to it. There's a thermometer there. You can watch it go up as more donations come in. But the big day is July 17th at Eddie V's. It is a closed event. It is not open to the public. But the felons all show up, and they are arrested, handcuffed. They're given their prison garb. It could be an orange jumpsuit or striped shirts, depending on their fashion sense. And they get their mugshot taken. Then they go to the prison cafeteria. It is a white-collar prison. It is Eddie V's. And so they're served very well. And the Eddie V's...
But it's not our last meal, though, is it?
No. Well,
Okay.
well,
Okay,
no.
could be.
Depends
Could
on
how much money you raised.
Are you
the
starting to
chefs
sweat a
love
little
it.
now?
A little bit.
The chefs love it because, Eddie V's is a 5-star restaurant. It's very, very nice. And the chefs don't have to make things pretty on these plates. They get to slop your mashed potatoes and your salmon, and it's fun for them to just slop it on your plate. But then you're thrown in a jail, and we actually clean out all the tables and build a jail and out of PVC. And the judge is Fox 13's Charlie Belcher, and each felon has to appear before the judge and plead their case, and Charlie will decide whether to keep you in, let you out, whatever. Actually, he doesn't decide. The jury decides.
Of course.
Jury made up of...
Jurisprudence. Yeah.
Jury made up of wheel kids.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
And they get to choose if you're guilty. They do take bribes.
I'm bringing them.
All right.
Oh.
They do take bribes.
Chocolate will be the order of the day.
But the kids have a great time. They love, bantering with the felons and having a lot of fun. Our kids are very happy. You know, this is not a pity party. Everybody thinks, oh, it's such a sad situation. No, they're not. They're the happiest kids in the world.
Right.
They're enjoying each other. They've built their own community. It's amazing to see the friendships that they've formed and the groups that they've had, you know, so.
And I'm guessing it's going to be a joyful event. I'm guessing it's going to be
hysterical.
raucous.
Well, it's hysterical,
If Charlie has
first of
anything
all.
to do with it, because Charlie's pretty good.
He's pretty
got the
funny.
gavel, so there's that.
He's pretty funny.
So this is a really creative way to do a fundraiser. So where did this idea come from?
You really want to know?
I really want to know.
I've heard of it before.
I stole it.
There you go. I have heard of it before.
I was a felon, gosh, probably 30 years ago when I was in JC's for the March of Dimes.
Oh, really?
There it is.
Yeah.
What were your charges?
Gosh, I
Do you
can't
recall?
remember. I can't remember. My charges this year, I go into jail myself. I don't believe I should ask other people to do things I'm not willing to do myself. So my charges this year are solicitation.
Okay. And your crime name? And your crime name?
Wait. Solicitation of
Yes.
funds.
You had us at
see.
solicitation.
So you're like a nonprofit prostitute.
Yeah, all
Sort
right.
of, so to speak. I hadn't thought about it that way. By the
Some
way,
people call
what are
us
your
ladies.
charges, sir?
My charges, my crime name, my criminal name, as it were, and say yours, Madeline, because it's cute.
Mine is Miss D. Meaner.
There you go, misdemeanor. I'm El Tampeño Loco, which is the crazy Tampa native, right?
That's
El
right.
Tampeño Loco.
Yeah.
And my charges, I'm up for a stalking with intent to book as many guests on the Tampa Native show as I possibly can.
There you go.
You'll
And
have some good people in jail with you.
Yeah, no, and I've got a list here that I'm gonna run through.
and
real
character
quick.
costume?
Well, I look good in orange, so I'm going for the orange jumpsuit, my man.
Because, I would say...
The black and white stripes, unless they're vertical, they're going to make me look too
But
wide.
if
and
you
I'm not
look
tall
like
enough for that.
If you look like a boletero from Ybor City in the day,
Yeah.
in your striped suit
Yes.
and your big hat,
That might
would
work
be
too.
That would look
well.
nice.
It would, but yesterday Jeff Bezos delivered an orange jumpsuit to my house. So and they provide the jumpsuits. You don't have to buy your own jumpsuit. But my little Mayito, I bought my own because I wanted to make sure it fit me properly. Number one, and number two, I think I'm going to embroider something on it that's going to be fun and go along with the fun of the day we're going to have. So yeah. Thank you for mentioning that, Madeline, because on the Conversations Facebook page, as well as my own, by this evening, hopefully, I'll have more information if those of you listening out there would like to join in for this very worthy cause, because we're going to have a really good time. We need those donations to come to, for me and for the kids. And I don't want to be in jail, and I'm on the hook for about 3 large, right? 3 large, and I don't need that Charlie Belcher be looking at me with that look.
You don't want that look.
Yeah, I don't want that look. But and listen, Joey, next year you're going in with me, pal. You're going in with me. It's a 2-for-1 next year. They're going to get both of us.
I could be the Iceman, you know what I'm saying? I could be that guy.
Okay.
I could
ice pick.
I could bring my ice pick.
There you
Yeah,
go.
absolutely.
So let's listen. We're going in together next year. That's
I'll bring
done
the
deal.
file, you bring the shank.
Joey.
So that's great. That's a lot of fun. So that's
is.
coming up, but you're saying that it's not a public event,
Right.
But the individuals that are under arrest are going to be raising funds.
Correct, yes.
Okay.
We turn ourselves in. It's in the honor system.
Is there a way for people to come to them online somewhere? Is this available at your webpage or something like that?
On our website, wheelchairs4kids.org. If you go to events and you click under that, there's a jail and bail. You click on that, and it will bring you to a
All the
page
wanted
that will
posters.
have all the wanted posters. And then you find Mario's wanted poster, and you click on that.
There you
and
go.
there's a big red box that says donate. You click on that, and you put the amount in that you want to donate, and you can watch his thermometer rise as you help him out.
Yeah, we don't want you to listen. We don't want you to give until it hurts. We don't. We want you to give until it feels good.
And it does feel good.
So some of the people that are going to be locked up with me, let me see. I'm going to read these names real quick, if it's okay with you, Madeline.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it looks like there's a gentleman from Hillsborough County Adaptive Sports. Sports and Recreation, Adan Carbajal. The sports director from WTSP TV, that's Evan Klosky. He's going to get locked up with me. Wild 94.1, Orlando Davis will get locked up. Let's see, Mario Nunez from the Tampa Native Show is going to get locked up. Gail Siren's husband, Mike Martin, owner and CEO of Mike's Pies. They're delicious pies, y'all.
Mike's Pies.
I hope he brings some that day as a bribe for the kids. We'll all enjoy
He
that.
can have a file in it.
He's
He can
going to
put a
get
file in
locked.
it.
There you go. The shank we talked about. Morgan Auto Group. So there are a lot of people. It's a nice cross section of groups and individuals that are going to be in there raising money for this unbelievably worthy cause. And of course, you said earlier that you said even jailhouse romances are on the table. So anything goes.
We've had jailhouse riots, romances, escape attempts.
Escape attempts.
Yep, but it doesn't work.
No, it doesn't.
Now, let me also ask you this. I assume, therefore, aside from this creative and fun event, people can just go to your webpage and donate money.
Of course.
Oh, absolutely.
So,
And we
it's
highly
just-
encourage that too.
And it through the same process that you just described.
Yes, you don't have to go through all the steps, but we want you to go through the steps for Mario.
Thank you.
But
Correct.
there's a donate button right on the front page.
Excellent. And everybody, this is again Wheels for
Nope. Let Madeline do it.
Wheelchairs
wheelchairs
for kids.
for kids.
number
but-
4.
Use the number 4. If you use the word 4, you're going to Australia.
Uh-oh. No, there you
is
go.
that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a
So,
wheelchair.
a sister organization?
No, not at all.
Just completely separate.
Completely different, but it's an Australian organization.
Hence, were they there first? That's why you had to
They
go to
were
the
there
number
first.
4? Okay. How long have you been the CEO, the executive director now of Wheelchairs for Kids?
We started it from our home, so it's been 15 years.
You and Lonnie?
Yep.
Wow.
Oh,
Yep.
that's great.
Spare bedroom.
I know he's smiling down. I know he's proud. I know he's smiling big.
And by the way, I just
he's
want
right
to
here.
say,
yeah, there you go.
I just want to say that this is for folks who are listening. This is not a small organization because I've gone to your webpage. This isn't you in your bedroom anymore.
No.
You have this entire.
How many
staff of
employees do we
people.
have now?
We have 11 employees.
Full-time employees.
Yep.
Well, so the organization is thriving and can always use more support.
Yeah. Anything else that we failed to mention, Madeline? I mean, you've got the microphone in front of you. Say what you need to say. If you need to mention something that's coming up, we want to mention the website yet again. Any of honorable mention to your employees who are working their little fingers to the bone on this new upcoming event.
Yeah, they are all dedicated. Our employees are amazing. But we actually have 4 programs. We have the Let's Roll, which we talked about with the equipment and the modifications. We have Wheelie Fun Days, which is all about socialization, fun, inclusion, self-esteem. We added last year a scholarship program, so we've just given out 7 scholarships of $2,500 each. And we also have our Compassion program, which it's not our favorite program by means, but it helps with funeral assistance. So when a child passes, we're able to help pay their funeral costs.
There's aid there as well.
Right.
Wow.
So you guys are really fully and totally engaged. And because we talked about it, we touched on it earlier, there's no shortage of children. There's no shortage of kids, young adults that need this kind of help. You've got job security for a hot minute.
Oh, yes.
Are you grooming? Are you grooming your
AI
successor?
can't do this.
There you go. There you
That's
go.
right. That's
huh?
right.
We
That's
got
right.
our eye on you, AI.
That's right.
The good one. I don't know which one that is, but we're looking at you.
My eye is on AI.
I love it, Joey. We're gonna put that on a bumper sticker. Huh? Maybe we'll sell that the next time we have a
There you go.
fundraiser here
There you go.
at the
Yeah.
studio.
Yeah, that's right.
What a great show this has been.
Absolutely.
I knew it was going to be because I knew Miss Demeanor and her personality was going to just bring this all
Bring
forward.
it together. And I just want to echo what Karen Clay said, who has been a past guest here before, by the
Absolutely,
way.
100%.
I just wanted to say, Karen, I think, said, you're doing, and now the quote has left me, you're doing the work of angels, something like that, or you're a guardian angel, whatever she said. I absolutely have to ditto on that. This has touched my heart, hearing about what you're doing. I grew up with a parent in a wheelchair, and I know what that world is about. And it's just an amazing, amazing thing you're doing. So I want to personally say, and I know everybody listening would say, thank you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you helping us spread the word.
Absolutely.
Joey, be ready, get ready. And you don't have to be ready. If you stay ready, Joey, you ain't got to get ready, son.
That's right.
But next year, when this time of year rolls around,
Be ready.
we're going in cuff to each
The
other.
Iceman's coming.
We're going cuff to each other, brother. I'm just going to offer it up now.
Absolutely, I'll do it. So, coming up next.
What a great show today.
Let me just say, first of all, special thanks to Jessica, our board op, who's really our producer and director because she makes all this this happen.
She's shaking her head no, but
she's
she
a
is.
lot more than a board op.
Yeah.
Yes, you are. Take the credit. I heard you on the air this morning, by the way.
Thank you,
And
Jess.
so, and also I want to thank Gabrielle for being our phone taker. She's sitting back there making it happen. And then coming up next, there she is giving us a double
She's
peace
shooting
sign.
deuces. Shooting deuces.
Shooting deuces. Coming up next is Sam I Am with It's the Wednesday.
No, it's the music. It's the Music
Wednesday
He'll get
coming
it right.
up.
He's only been on the air a year and a half.
Yeah, that's right.
Listen, everybody, thank you so much for listening. We'll be here again next week. Thank you, one and all. This is WMNF Tampa.